Hello. This thing always happens where like it's always usually a month or some long amount of time since I last like played a thing, and then it takes me a while to get set up, and so the first part of my footage is always me being confused, and then I'm like, wait, I just messed something up, and now I restart the whole thing. But we're situated now. Go in here. I saw that old man and he was like, yeah, the princess was taken because of you, and I was like, oh yeah, that's what happened. I had a very loud outburst at him last time. So I guess we gotta go find the princess. I did the fire thing, right? Like I got the bell, I got the sunfire. Where's the dancer? Like where I can ask them where I go. It's probably the old man. No! Okay, so no shame, let's look at the guide. I'm here to play and complain about my life, so let's figure out where we're going. Okay, the Dreadnought. Yeah, the Dreadnought was finished, and then we fought some turtle thing, and then... Oh wait. Oh wait, let's back it up. Kashwan Keep. Okay. Get the goddess. Use. Wait. Use the goddess bell at the door. Gordon will follow you. Okay. Vaguely remembering this. Get the sunfire. Okay, I have that. Head all the way back to Altar. Okay. And then, yeah, they told me that Hilda was kidnapped, okay? Okay, so I guess I'm at this area. Go northwest of Altar. And I gotta go find the Dreadnought, I guess. Northwest? So... somewhere over there. And loop around to the other side in the southeast corner. Wait, what do you mean? I gotta go northwest and then loop around to the south. Oh, so I gotta go southeast. Oh, like, oh, as in like northwest, because the world is a circle, a globe. It connects over there like, oh, okay. Got it. Okay, and then there's like a dungeon or something, sure. Okay, we got magic and stuff here. Majin Buu. Oh yeah, where's Trunks? Isn't... Trunks is someone's brother, right? Also, I'm eating right now, so there will be noise. When can I save Trunks? Speaking of saving, I realized recently I had this whole like epiphany and mild existential crisis where I'm like, maybe I don't like helping people at all. Maybe I just like solving problems and the end product happens to help people. It was a whole thing. I think I was very stressed out and feeling unsupported for a while and feeling like I was being taken advantage of and feeling like people just wanted things from me instead of actually appreciating the things I was offering, and it turned into a whole thing. I was definitely in like my avoidant side of my personality. I'm very fed up with socializing for a while. And yeah, the last month was pretty hard for me. Not just because of like school stuff, partially because of school stuff, but also because I did a lot of things. Like I made a whole list of all the things that was stressing me out, and it came down to like 10 significant things that were stressing me out, and I was like, bro, okay, one, I recognize that a year ago any one of these things could have given me a meltdown, but I'm doing 10 of them. That's impressive, but also probably why I'm exhausted. Maybe I should save their magic for now. It looks like we're heading into a dungeon. Isn't there like an auto? Oh yeah, here we go. Like they fight by themselves. Because I'm basically always just doing the same things that they do. Okay, so I'm going northwest, and ideally at some point it'll wrap around to the bottom of the map, the little red arrow thing. Wait, should I heal? Okay, so maybe Cynthia should practice curing. God, it's just a one heal? Okay. Sure. Let's... Oh, rats. Where rats? So yeah, maybe I'll go down the list, starting from the easier stuff to complain about. It's not really complaining, I'm just like monologuing. Is it complaining? Maybe. I don't know. Everything means nothing. My head hurts. Oh, how about I start with that one? The result of me, like, the reason why I made a whole list of all the things that was stressing me out is because I've been getting really bad headaches. Well, it's not that they're bad. Hold up. Hang on. I just recruited somebody to help me out with something, and I'm gonna go ahead and reply to that. Okay. Excuse me. And yeah, so the headaches, like, it's not that they're the worst headaches I've ever had, it's more like they're recurring. Okay, the red arrow disappeared, but it didn't show up again on the map, so... Okay. Oh, wait. Now I'm on the northeast corner. Dang it. Oh, now I'm now I'm on the south. Okay, there we go. You see that on the little map, the red arrow? Okay, I was about to get frustrated there. But yeah, so I've had these like off and on headaches, and I was like, damn, I hope it's not anything serious. And I was like, you know, going down the list of all the things that could be stressing me out and causing like reoccurring headaches like that, and I was like, yeah, I should probably ease off on all these things. But it was going off and on for about like 2.5 weeks or so. I checked for COVID, it was negative. I went to urgent care, they said it's probably just stress, like, and then they did another COVID test and it was negative. And then they're like, okay, well, here's a referral to go see a neurologist if you want. And I was like, yes, I want to go get examined. So that's a full situation. I've been also wondering if it's because the weather's been changing so drastically where I'm at. Like I've been trying to learn how to read the pressure maps too, and I've been noticing some correlations. And so, like, I am a particularly sensitive person. Like, I gotta get a lot of sensory overwhelm. Dreadnought. And so I was like, it might be because of that. Hello. Should I save? Let's save. Do a quick save. Hello. What do you want? Ask. Dreadnought. Ask. Sunfire. Learn. Wait, I can't go in here? Use the pass? Wait, do I have a pass? Oh shit, hell yeah. Oh, I must have picked it up somewhere. Okay. Well, it's time for the next watch if you'll excuse. Okay. So, are they gonna attack me, or like, are we all just chilling here? Why do you guys have monsters hanging out on your dreadnought? That's not very efficient, honestly. Let me tell you how to run, you know, an efficient dreadnought ship thing. Anyway, yeah, so I tried to get the neurologist thingy set up based on the referral thing, but then they're like, no, we don't take like people that aren't part of this thingy and that thing. And I was like, why did they send me here then? And then because like the original people said, oh, by the way, we changed the referral thingy so it would match better with your insurance and blah blah. And I was like, okay, thanks. And then, but it turns out that's not the case. So that's a headache. And yeah, it just got a little BT dubs, like TMI. It got to the point where I was getting a little concerned because I had the headaches, and then like one eye started turning pink, and I was like, I don't want an aneurysm, please. Can someone take a look at this? So, I mean, it turned out to be fine. It was just a lot of very specific symptoms that were all kind of happening at the same time, so I was a bit worried. But yeah, they said don't worry about it, so I'm trying not to worry, but I'm also trying to, like, you know, go figure it out. Cause stressing out about it is not gonna help. You know what I'm saying? Let's do some more magic. Cynthia, let's use a cure. Oh, Cynthia's got no more MP. Dang. All right. Well. Like, should I avoid these guys or what? Oh shit, Gordon died. I'm out. Not paying attention. I forgot I have to heal them. Maybe her gear's not very good either. I'm really bad at gearing. Oh yeah, doesn't this game also have a thingy where it's like, to get more health you have to like get hit by a bunch of stuff? Alright, do I have any Phoenix Downs? Okay. Hell yeah, pass me by hella potions. Okay. Whatever, let's just use them. Okay. I would try to pay more attention, but honestly, I'm like not really here right now. I kind of just wanted to do something that didn't require too much thought. Because, yeah, my brain's a bit tired. One that's like an AoE damage? Right, come on. So yeah, like physically my health's not great, but it's mostly in my head. Like my brain's not great, which actually, you know, I'm probably more serious. So I know I sound pretty nonchalant about it, but I am trying to take it. Things are in motion for me to get it taken care of. And I've been like trying to ease off on all the things that I've been doing, like changing my perspective about things, finding ways to relax more, and or like not worry so much about whatever stuff. Okay, what's the sunglasses one? Is it darkness? Okay. Can I avoid fighting all these dudes and just like... Oh, can I leave? Can we just leave? Cause like I don't really have MP, and if I have to fight these guys... Oh, I don't even have to talk to them. Okay, let's go gather these chests then. Yeah, I'm bad at gearing and I'm bad at MP management, so when I'm a bit tired, like right now, it's even harder for me to keep track of that stuff. Bro, you're not gonna let me flee? I don't wanna hang out. You guys can just turn the other way, please. Majin Buu, let's go. Dang, that wasn't that much. There's nothing in here. Wait, can I? No. Like, is it better if I attack them? Oh, fine. Okay, wait. Fine, we'll just attack them. It's fine, so. It's probably faster just so they don't have to do the menuing stuff. Dang it, there's nothing here. A kitty! A werepanther. Well, hello. I'll give you some scratches. Oh yeah, okay, let's see. Let's go back. Let's see. Oh, to go downstairs I gotta go up there. Okay, so maybe I should go through this thingy to go up. So I played Dawntrail when it came out, and then I played it again so that I could get footage to make guides, and then I played it again because I realized people were having a hard time with the solo duties, and you can't replay those because the New Game Plus thingy doesn't let you do Dawntrail stuff yet, and it was a whole thing. So I played Dawntrail basically 3 times. It was a bit much, okay, and of course people were joking like, you must have really loved it, and I just was like, I don't want to talk about it. The things I do, you know, for the guides, and I realized, why am I pushing myself so hard to make these guides? And so that was a bit stressful for me. I know that people appreciate that I made them, but that was a little bit too much. I think I could have planned that out a bit better and not felt obligated to do all that. It's not necessarily that I felt obligated to other people. It's more like I felt my perfectionist tendencies crop up. Oh, there's a ton of chests in here. it was like, as soon as I create a plan of something to do, I feel obligated to do all those things. So I'm like, well, I just gotta finish it. I gotta finish the list, I gotta cross it all out, you know, I gotta min-max the numbers. And I think that's basically what gets me. And it just happens that other people are involved because they are, you know, they're getting to watch the content that I create. And so it gets complicating. I think it gets mixed up sometimes where it's like I might feel like other people are expecting things of me when really I'm creating those expectations myself. But then it's like, where did those expectations come from? Didn't it come from other people, come from society? And so it gets a little complicating like that. And so it took me a while to sort all that out. I think when there's a lot of people doing the same thing all at once, there's this feeling of wanting to keep up with everybody. And I generally don't participate in that kind of thing. I try not to be swayed by what everybody else likes to do and what everyone else wants to do. However, I also realize that I have a lot of difficulty socializing, and therefore sometimes it's nice kind of just learning what everyone else is doing so that I can understand how to communicate with other people. And so it's like a knowledge-based thing, not necessarily because I enjoy the actual thing or whatever. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like I'm trying to logic out the reasons why I do things. And so I didn't necessarily feel like I was playing Dawntrail 3 times because everyone else was playing it. I was interested. Like, I didn't feel like I had to do it just because everyone else was. I wanted to play it when everyone else was playing it because I wanted to understand what they were talking about, and I also wanted to experience other people's excitement of playing through a new expansion. To be honest, I really would have stopped playing Final Fantasy XIV like a while ago if I hadn't started making the guides, and so I don't feel as much excitement for the game as other people might feel. So maybe that's also contributing to how it started feeling like a job. It felt stressful to do things because there wasn't that intrinsic joy in playing. Okay, and then what's the darkness thing? So yeah, it's complicated. Oh, is that the princess? Well, the guide says I gotta make sure to pick up all the chests before I leave, so I'm gonna have to wait a bit. Yeah, so that was a little complicating to like sort through, and the fact that I played so much Dawntrail and then I made all the guides, which my guides are usually like 30-45 minutes long. So it was a lot of stuff that I was doing. So I was getting pretty tired and stressed out from the act of making the guides, and also like the reason, the impetus. Wait, let's define that. Define impetus. The force or energy with which a body moves. Momentum. The force that makes something happen or happen more quickly. Yeah, exactly. The impetus, like my perfectionist whatever was pushing me to keep moving and go faster and all this stuff when it was really not necessary. And so I've been trying to be more mindful of like, no, I don't feel like doing this right now. But it also is complicating because I am actively, you know, I'm in school right now, and one of the biggest things I want to learn is discipline. Like, how to do things when I'm not motivated to do them. And so, I feel like maybe I took it too far. Like, I really didn't want to do this, but I was like, I gotta learn discipline, man, you gotta do it anyway. And I was just like, and then I do it, and then I get upset. And I'm stressed out. Like, maybe that's what happened with the CS50 thing, right? Like, I pushed myself so much to do so much so quickly that it just felt like a job. And I wasn't having fun doing the thing anymore. And then I just burned out from that. And yeah, I didn't have a balance. But then on the flip side, I'm just like, man, I keep doing this thingy where I don't finish a lot of the projects that I start and I want to. And then it's like, well, you just gotta build discipline. It's like, well, actually, turns out my discipline is like pretty much fine. It's more, I gotta build like relaxation techniques because not taking a break is clearly what's the problem. So, man. Okay. Oh, high potions. Ooh, potions. Okay. Well, the gate's closed, so I don't know if I can even go, so I guess we gotta keep wandering. Yeah, I have been wanting to finish making the extreme guides for the high-end YouTube channel. But I just haven't felt like it. It's like not very high up on my priority list of things to do. But it's there, you know, it's like in the back of my head all the time. And I think that in itself ends up stressing me out. More because like I'm so close to finishing all of the extremes, like making guides for them, that I just want it to be done. Like I want that sense of accomplishment. But I know that if I make it right now, I don't feel like I do a very good job because I'm just too tired and I'm not motivated. With school stuff, I was also getting very frustrated with some of the classes I was taking. Wait. Bro, you should like take a potion for yourself. Oh wait, no, you're okay. You know, why is your health so low in general? Maybe you should get attacked a little bit more so you get more HP. That sounds horrible, but that's the mechanic they have in the game, okay? Yeah, so with school stuff, you know, like I decided to go into special education in order to learn the things to help myself, and I feel like I have learned a lot about myself, but it's also made me realize that I am not doing a service for myself with the way that I'm going with this. Like learning how to teach kids things, like I don't plan on being a teacher, for example, like in the school system, higher education. And so some of the stuff that I'm learning is not applicable to me. I didn't realize how much that would hold me back. I thought I'd be able to just be like, oh, okay, whatever, I'll just sift through it, but now that I have to actually like, you know, learn this material, even though I know it won't be applicable to the things I want to do in the future, like, I just started becoming a drag. I don't like memorizing things just for the sake of memorizing them. I don't like feeling the hypocrisy of oh yeah, we're learning all these things because ideally teachers will be blah 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 blah. But then the reality is teachers actually aren't like that, because the system isn't set up to support them to be able to do these things. And so there's just a lot of issues with the education system in general. So I feel frustrated that I'm spending time learning things that I can already see will be too difficult to do in the future. And also, they keep advocating to go to all these like community whatever stuffs with other like students, and I'm like, nah, I'm good. But every now and then I'll drop by and like see what other people are talking about, and oh my god, some of these people I'm like, are you sure you want to be a teacher? I'm not sure teachers should have attitudes like this. What the fuck? I don't say that, of course. It's like way too judgmental, but yeah, I'm hella judgy. I'm like, dude, oh shit, Gordon's HP did go up. It's like 399 now. It was like 370 something, like max HP before. Yeah, so I get frustrated. And it reminds me of how when I was working before, typically I would leave jobs because I just didn't like my coworkers. I didn't like their attitudes, and I didn't like the cattiness, people talking about each other. I didn't like the fixed mindset of like, oh, this sucks, I can't do anything, everything's horrible. And it's like, can you be a bit more flexible? Like me, the autistic person, being like, can you be more flexible? Come on, like, can you like help yourself first before, like, well, tell me what you actually tried before like you come in here just to complain. So yeah, I get so weighed down by other people's emotions that I can't stand being in those types of like support groups. And I was like, I'm not really getting anything out of this, and I don't want to help other people with their stuff because what they are asking for is just emotional support, and I don't have emotions to help support other people because I use them all up just listening to them. So yeah, it makes me, I'm definitely not, I don't feel like I'm really good at the whole hanging out with other people while in school thing. Whoa, this dude's just floating. I'm very much an independent student type of student, and I'm fine with that. It gets lonely sometimes, but I'd rather be lonely than be surrounded by people who irritate me or can't like control their emotions. Dude, how will you become a teacher and you not know how to control your own emotions? Like the kids, think about the kids. You're just gonna project your emotion onto the kids? Wow. And like, bro, I know. We're in school and we're like trying to learn all these things, but some of these people are like already teachers and they're just trying to get a degree so their papers show whatever so they can get, you know, like better wage and stuff, which is fine and understandable. But it's like, so you're telling me you're already a teacher and you know all this stuff, but you're acting like this? This is the reason why the system's not super great, because if you're this old with this much experience still acting like this, that means that when you were in school you were not given what you needed in order to like thrive. Okay, wait. How do I make this bigger? The mini map? Dang it, wait, let's... Dude, mini map. Was it always that size? That was bigger before. Oh my goodness. Am I tripping? Dude, Was it not bigger before? Okay, there's only like so many buttons on this controller. What was it? Dang it. Okay, we're just gonna have to deal with that. Anyway, so yeah. The education part of the special education was kind of bothering me. And I was taking this like class that was specifically about diverse learners. And I was like pretty hyped on that because that's what I'm here for. And I just was very underwhelmed. It was a lot of information, but it was not a lot of information on what I thought I would learn. I was, you know, I happen to know a lot about autism and ADHD and dyslexia and dyscalculia and like all these like neurodiverse topics because I did my own personal research on all of this stuff. But I was kind of hoping they wouldn't just gloss over them, you know? So that made me a bit upset. And I was like, maybe this is why those types of kids are underserved. If even in the kind of preliminary diverse learners course thingy, this is the amount they talk about it, that's probably why teachers aren't educated about these kids. And the class itself was like hefty and like not very fun to go through. And so I can see how students, like teachers to be, would get exhausted by it and might generate some, you know, subconscious resentment about having to learn all these things because it's a lot of information. And so I was like, I am understanding the limitations of the education system. Ooh, Gordon's got like 426 max HP now. It's pretty good. Good getting hit with things, dude. Dude, I'm pretty sure the map was bigger before. Anyway, so way back a few months ago, like I was thinking about maybe I should switch to math because they've got this like teachers like for high school, like middle school or high school math. And I was like, I could just take math classes, and I do like math. But I convinced myself to stay in the special education because I was like, this is exactly what I'm trying to learn, how to get through things even when I'm not interested in them, and so maybe I should just stick with it. And you know, I did for a while, but at this point, oh my goodness, it's like a small guy with a huge giant friend. Yeah, so after as I was taking this diverse learners class thing, I was frustrated and I was like, you know what, I think I will switch to math. Like I talked to my mentors, I talked to academic coaches, I talked to career coaches and all this stuff, and whoa bro, are you made of metal? Shit. Okay, I think we're gonna have to use some magic. Okay, Cynthia doesn't have magic. Oh shit. Anyway, long story short, yeah, I decided to switch to math. And that was nice, but it was a whole situation because, like I said, I had to talk to all these people to like figure out if it would be a good decision for me. And ultimately, people were just like, it's up to you. And I was like, I wish y'all would help guide me a little bit more. And so like some people would try, but it wasn't as helpful as I thought it would be. But it's fine, it's fine. In the end, I did decide to just switch, and I'm glad I did. Like when I took the final test for the diverse class thingy, I was upset because the test itself did not ask that many questions about like neurodiversity, and it bothered me a lot. I'm like, so what it's indicating to me is they don't value teachers having the knowledge like here. Like I understand that the class was hefty, had a lot of information all over the place, but if the final test doesn't show that much stuff about these things, it just makes it seem like it's not important then. And that's disappointing as fuck. And I was like, whoa. Is this the guard dude, or these just random rats in front of the stairs? Anyway, so like I switched out of that. But that class was also a bit of a headache because I had to do this thingy where it's like a classroom simulation thing, and bruh, it was a bit awkward. So like they have this person talk to you, but then it's like avatars. It's like The Sims. So you get these Sims sitting in front of you in the camera, and you have to be on camera too. And like this person is just acting out these Sim characters, and it's supposed to help you feel more comfortable, but damn, it was uncanny valley uncomfortable as fuck. And so that was very difficult for me socially. I did not like it at all. Oh, there's a bunch of chests that I didn't go to before. Okay, so I gotta make sure to go back to that. You know, I don't have that many potions or other things, so can we, let's I'm gonna go pick up the chest, and maybe there's stuff in there that I can use. Because if I go to the final fight and I like am gonna die because I don't have stuff, that's gonna be embarrassing. We're doing HP management right now, okay you guys? Like, I don't have that many potions left. I think I have like one. Ooh, a trident. Ooh, a mini watch. Oh, monsters. Can't flee. Oh, god dang. Oh, shit. Damn, dude. Wait, okay, I understand we can't flee. Wait, let me back in. Let me... let me take the reins. Oh, shit. Okay, you do this. I got no magic. Let's do a... I got garlic. Are any of you undead? Are they undead? Shit, let's just use it. Potion. Yourself, okay. Oh my goodness. Shit. Cure yourself. Shit. Wait, hold up. Oh wait, I have Aether. Oh fuck. Yeah. I can go for it. I don't think you can really do anything, so maybe I'll just... Oh my god. Wow. Get it. Hopefully this kills him. Dang it! Thank goodness. Dude. Let's get out of here. Let's do some magic. Use cure on yourself. Dude, Majin Buu, we're gonna get out of here. Let's do a quick save. Let's see what's in the chest. Oh, Giant's Helm. Okay, let's do a save for reals. Can we? Do we have a thing to like get out of here? Warp. Transports the party to the previous floor when used in battle. Used in battle. Alright, we're getting out of here. Let's just get out of here. No, we're fleeing. Nope. What floor am I? Okay, I go all the way over there. No. No. Oh my goodness, stop. Wow. Dude, how many attacks you guys got? Oh, it's auto-killing, that's why. Damn. Okay, we're gonna try that again. Maybe I got better gear. Ooh, Majin Buu. Let's get to optimal gear. Okay, hell yeah. I just want to escape. So, what do we got? We got, none of this will really help, but maybe if we'll do a Phoenix now, get Reptar up. Okay, just so you don't die. Magic. We have Gil. We can buy more stuff. So let's get out of there. Let's leave. Whoa, I just had like, I just remembered the taste of hot chocolate. I used to drink hot chocolate while playing this, right? Flee! Anyway, yeah, so talking to those like avatar sim things when it was just one person controlling that, it was like a bunch of kids, right? So it was like some adult acting like these 5 different kids, and I was like, oh, shut yeah, the whole thing. So that was stressful. And then the test was stressful because I was frustrated that people aren't learning the things I think they should be learning. It was the whole thing. So yeah, I switched to math because I think I got what I wanted out of the special education stuff. Like learning those kind of things to help myself. And like one thing was learning a lot more about like gifted students and how you need to like challenge them so they don't get bored. And I'm like, yo, hello. And I was like, maybe I should just switch to math. Like the skills that I would like to learn, like perseverance and like sticking with a routine and like finishing goals and things like that, I think I can learn with math. Because of my dyscalculia, like I still count on my fingers. I still have to write down things because I'm really bad at doing mental math. And when I write down this stuff, I still might mix up the numbers. So it's a bit tricky. Like, I think if I can learn how to do all this kind of advanced math with my dyscalculia, I will learn the patience required to achieve the other goals that I have. And the thing is, I really like math. I like the concept of math. I like the abstract nature of math. But I just didn't pursue it. Dang. Let us leave. Okay, it's clearly not gonna let us leave. So let's get out of that thing. Okay. Wait. Isn't it my turn now? I turned off the auto thing. Oh, are we so like paralyzed that we can't do anything? Yeah, I was happy. I'm finished eating. I always take so long to eat. It's the whole thing. Almost there, you guys. Okay, I think these dudes do not do well with letting me flee, so we'll have to actually attack them. Okay. Let's get out of here. I'm gonna go shopping. Because we need more potions and like aether and stuff. Oh yeah, there was also like a whole situation with this other social event. It was very tiring. I don't feel like getting into it, but lots of stuff, you know, had a lot of different things going on. And what's this? Wait, they don't sell stuff there. I think I'm gonna have to like hike it back over to one of these places. Dang. Maybe I could cross to the Chocobo Forest and then should I do that? Yeah, let's do that, why not? Let's go. Okay, unless these dudes are like hella strong. Yeah, I gotta go shopping. Okay, look, this thing is huge now. Okay, like this. That's fine. What is this? Oh, Lamray. I don't know if this is a good idea, you guys. Maybe I should just go back to the other towns. Oh no. Oh no. Shit. Damn. Land raids are no joke. Wow. 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 Alright, you know what? I think I'm just gonna let it kill me so it restarts. It's fine. My ego is not really existing right now. Okay, I'll go back the other way. Alright, let's go. It's fine, I've understood the value of patience. Can I escape if they ambush me? What I find a little bit interesting is my party members. If I go to the church, I can revive them, right? But what about all the people who were, you know, hurt and stuff and died because of the dreadnought? Okay, so like the social thingy was that my roommate was gonna do this like beach party thing, and I was like, oh hell yeah, he's gonna be gone, I'm gonna get the apartment to myself, I'm not gonna socialize with anybody, it will be great. But then my roommate got a bit sick, and so it turned into a whole thing, and I ended up helping out coordinate stuff, and I was like, dang, I really thought I'd have an independent weekend, but here I am socializing with all these people. So that was a bit tiring. In the end, everything worked out. My roommate had fun and things, but that was, I think that was also the weekend I was like heavily contemplating switching to be to the math major, because I was very frustrated with the class stuff I was doing, and so that was a stressful time. Around that time was also when I was doing all the guide stuff, so that was a stressful time. And then around that time, I think was when the weather was changing a lot, and so that was a stressful time. So yeah, I'm pretty sure all of that combined. Oh yeah, also because of the Final Fantasy XIV like graphics update, I think there's a bit of an issue there for me. Seems like there's a bit of an issue there for a lot of people, and so that might have also been contributing to like the headaches and stuff. It's a whole thing. So I was struggling for a bit. I'm feeling better now because I've really forced myself to calm down from a lot of the things that I was doing, and things are like settled. Oh yeah, also I joined a static. That was a whole thing. I typically don't like joining statics because I don't do well in statics, like groups of people who play together regularly. I've been in a lot of different statics, and I have left a lot of statics because there's always like drama and issues and just... okay, wait, where's the church? Is that the church? Wandering soul return now from the distant land where so no difference hold away. Okay. Oh, I got 2 bodies. Okay, there's room for 3. And that makes sense. I wouldn't have been able to get here if all of us were dead. Alright, to the inn. And then we gotta buy a bunch of things. The word accoutrement is coming to mind. I gotta look that up. What does that mean? Define accoutrements. An accessory item of clothing or equipment usually used in plural. Shops offering the physical accoutrements of polite manners. Gloves, stuffs. Okay, so like little things. Yeah, like potions. We need potions. Potions. And Phoenix Downs, those things, no. Yes. How many? Oh, let's buy a bunch. 50 sounds good. Let's do a few of these. I got money. Should probably buy better gear, but you know, it's fine, whatever. Sure. Okay, let's 15, okay. Sure. Let's get a few of these. Aether. Oh, that's a lot of money. It's 10. The thing with the cottage is I'd have to go all the way back outside, and like, that's fine, but by then I'm usually dead already, so I'm not really playing that well. I already have one, so I'll be okay for now. Okay, now, just items, sure, wait, okay. We have these things, with this, what is this? Okay. Equip, optimal, optimal. I'm not paying attention to all of any of this. Good enough? I say that, and that's why I had to like come back to town and get all this stuff. Okay, let's finish this. Let's go save the princess. I'm ready now. No more loot to get. I got the loot. I don't want to deal with any of this. Let's go. Let's just go. We're fleeing. We're fleeing. Oh yeah, also like my roommate and I are gonna move soon, and so that's been stressing me out too. So yeah, lots of little things, right? You know, like all this stuff kind of piles up. I usually don't like summer because just the weather in itself causes me to feel fatigue. And it's like bright and it's hot and the air pressure changes a lot, and yeah, it's the whole thing. But I think I'm doing well managing it. I just really hope that the off and on like headache things is just stress related, and like taking care of the stress will take care of the headaches. I hope it's nothing super serious beyond that. So with my math class, because I have dyscalculia where it's difficult for me to read numbers, I often if I make mistakes on like my homework and stuff, I usually get very frustrated because I'm like, bro, you know it said 12, why'd you write 21? And then I'm like, don't talk to me like that, I'm trying my best. And I'm like, it's okay, let's just rewrite the thing. And then simple things like the positive and negative stuff, I'm just like, okay, I know that if we're gonna go to the other side, we're gonna use a negative, we're switching it up. And then I'm like, okay, yeah, we're gonna subtract it from the other side. And it's like, did you subtract it from the other side? No. What? I clearly we thought about how it's gonna be a negative sign, not a positive sign. It's like, oh yeah. Oh my god, please. So yeah, that's what I did with. Did I go down this pathway before? Yeah, let's keep going. Oh shoot, there's more. Okay. Antidote. Cure reptile. We got some. Where's the darkness? Health-wise, I think we're okay, so let's just deal with that for now. Oh. Wait, what's this? How do I... Can I use an item? Ugh. Wait, what does the wiki say? Use Sunfire on the engine. Okay. Wait, missable enemy note. This is technically missable enemy in the game. On the way to the Dreadnought, make sure you run into the Forus Rakos enemy, as they are one of the few missable enemies past a certain point later in the game. Is that necessary? One time area. Oh, is that just like a situation where people want to maximize like 100% the enemies or something? Because if that's the case, I don't care. How do I... Oh shit, I just got spoiled by what happens after I finish this thing. That's fine. How do I open the gate? This. Dang. Well, I guess we'll just go past it all. Do I have to like fight the dudes? Oh my gosh, if I have to fight the dudes to get a key or something, oh my god, it's gonna be so annoying. There's so many dudes walking around. Oh, hello. Don't mind me. Oh wait, these are the ones that just like attack us all the time. Like, don't let us flee. Oh, they do let us flee. Okay. Gordon, let's go. Where is the downstairs? Right. I wish there was like a repel in this game, like in Pokemon. Anyway, I think if it's not super necessary to get all the chests, then I'm fine not getting all the chests. Like, I don't want to min-max this. I don't want 100% it. I'm fine. I just want to get the gist. And the gist is that this kind of takes forever. I don't care if other people's perfectionist tendencies are triggered. I'm trying to get rid of mine, so I don't want to care about that thing. I don't want to care about getting everything. Yeah, so when I've been doing these math classes, I've been really trying to practice patience. And it's been working out. It's been good. I have sent a few feedback things to the course people because I noticed some like typos and things like that. And because I have to pay attention so much when I am doing things, if I notice this thing is not making sense, and I'm confident in my ability to actually like understand the formula and stuff, then I'm definitely like, bro, y'all wrote this kind of weird. Also, this number and this number is blah blah. And then, okay, so like, in order to do the final test, you have to do this practice test, right? The final test is called an OA, an objective assessment, and the practice test is called a PA, a pre-assessment. And so you have to take the PA before you take the OA. And I've got accommodations for testing because of my autism and ADHD and dyscalculia, whatever. And so I schedule my appointments like ahead of time. So like with this school, once you're ready to take the OA, you can just hop into a queue and like go take your test, basically, from what I understand. But for me, because I have accommodations, like I go through a separate like portal of whatever thingy and work with people who do the accommodation thingies, and so I have to set it up ahead of time, and usually it's like a week or two out, which might not sound like that big of a deal, but for some people, they're used to like, okay, I took the practice test, I did well, I'm gonna take the final test now, like in an hour. But for me, like I gotta take it like, yeah, I gotta plan around this stuff. And so I had scheduled my final test. Ooh, hello. Ooh, he's gonna move around. No? Dang it. Alright. Ah, dang it. Alright. Maybe I'll go the other way. Okay, I'll walk the other way. So I had scheduled my tests like a few weeks out, and then I was like, wait a minute, man, these guys, why are y'all blocking the entrance to things? Okay, I'm gonna walk all the way around here then. I'm so avoidant right now. So I scheduled it for later, and then I was like, yeah, I'm pretty confident I'm gonna finish all the classwork by then. And Then I found out when the time got closer that there was actually a earlier one that I could take. Like the schedule opened up, like someone probably canceled their appointment, and so I was like, oh shoot, I'll take that appointment. But that meant I only had X amount of days to finish it. Like I thought I would have like a whole extra week, and I'd usually, for me, it wouldn't take me that long to finish my coursework. But I was like, yeah, whatever. But I did it like 5 days earlier than the thing I had scheduled. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but basically I moved my test date up, which meant I needed to finish the coursework and the practice test earlier. And I was like, yeah, I can do that, it's fine. So I finished all the coursework, and then I was like, alright, I have to have the practice test done 24 hours before the actual scheduled final test, or else they'll cancel my appointment. And so I was like, okay, so alright, on Tuesday at 1:30, I need to be sure to have finished my whole thing, so I'll just wake up Tuesday and I'll take the thing and it'll be fine. Tuesday rolls around, and I wake up at 11, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna like make some breakfast, yeah, watch some show, we're gonna be relaxed and chill, and yeah, and then it's like 12, and then I'm like, I should probably take my pre-assessment now because I only have like an hour and a half. And I was like, usually these tests only take me like 30 minutes or so, it's fine. But then when I go to take the test, like I have to set everything up too. Like I take my test in the bathroom so that it's quiet and like no one can go in there and bother me. And so I like set up my chair, I set up my laptop, I set up, these are proctored tests, so like you have to have a webcam to show that you're not cheating and stuff. And so I set up the thing just to like pretend like I'm taking the final test, right? And I read the thing, I'm like, okay, there's 50 questions, that's fine. They give you, whoa, 3 hours? What the heck? Because usually the tests, they give you like an hour and a half, but I realized, because I've only taken like the other education classes, it's a little different. So I was like, oh yeah, it's probably because doing calculations takes a while. Wait a minute, whenever I did the practice, like little quizzes and stuff, it'd be like 12 questions, it'd take me an hour. Wait a minute, I might have totally miscalculated how long it would take me to finish this test. I was basing it off of like the other classes I took, taking like these pre-tests and stuff. So that became a whole situation. And so when I was taking the practice test, I was like, alright dude, oh my gosh, it's been 20 minutes, I've only done like this amount of questions, oh shit. And then by like 12:30, I was like, dude, I'm not even halfway done with the test, oh shit. It's not that it was like difficult, it was just, I had to spend time actually calculating this stuff. And I was like, okay, you know what? Wait, can you move? Are you gonna move? Why can't I go through? Okay, am I not gonna be able to go through? Yeah, you know what? That's what I thought, because I thought I fought those other dudes and they didn't move either on the first floor. Well, then how do I get to Hilda, the princess? Shit. Shit. Man, I swear to God, y'all like making a puzzle here. I guess back in the day they did, like, aren't those Zelda games all about puzzles? So I guess I had to like go winding around this whole thing. Okay, that's fine. I understand now. Anyway, so yeah, it was a whole situation. And at some point I was like, bro, quadratic formula, that's gonna take forever to calculate. And so I just started skipping those. I bookmarked them. I was like, okay, I'm really finessing. Oh shoot, is this? This looks like a whole thing. Did I save the princess already or what? Or do I have, because like that door downstairs, remember it was like a loft and stuff? You see the Dreadnought's engine. Let's blow this thing up. We can't, not yet. We have to rescue the princess first. Gosh darn it. Okay, but there's like the green gate. There's the green gate. What was I supposed to do with that? Dang it. Okay, let's go back to go get her. Yeah, so I was like bookmarking and skipping a bunch of stuff because I was like, it's gonna take too long, and I'm like, even though I have 3 hours, like technically I need to finish this in an hour and a half because I don't want to skip my final test tomorrow. I gotta get that done. You know, I don't, because then the next test available date is another 2 weeks out, and I don't want to wait that long to take the test. Like, what am I gonna do in the meantime? Whatever. So I was hustling, trying to get all that done, and then by like 1:20, I had 9 questions that I bookmarked that I hadn't done because I was like, it's gonna take too long. So I went through and I was like, are there any I can like quickly calculate? And there was like one or two. So I was like, okay, this is fine. And then for the rest, I was like, I got 4 minutes to answer 7 of these questions. I'm gonna make some educated guesses. And so based off of what I knew from how I would technically solve it, I was like, okay, this definitely would not have a negative here, and so I think we're gonna go with this. Okay, so out of these two, like, what do you think it would be? And so I just started making a bunch of educated guesses. And then I had 1 more left, and I was like, okay, I got like 2 minutes before I want to turn this, because I was like, I think I want to turn it in around like 1:27 or so, just to give it a few more minutes to like process the actual test, to make sure that I completed the whole thing before 1:30. And so I'm like trying to finagle with this calculation, and at some point I just started plugging in the numbers. Yeah, the last few, like, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna just go down the list of the multiple choice things and see what works, and it was a whole experience. In the end, the very last one that I was trying to do, I was like, something's not working out. I think I'm not reading the question correctly, and blah blah blah. And so I was like, I'm just gonna pick one and hope it works out. And then at 1:27, I submit the test, and then I kept refreshing the page to see if it went through. Woo-wee. And then at 1:28, I got an email from the proctor people being like, hey, you have an appointment tomorrow at 1:30, but we checked and you still didn't do your practice test. You gotta do your practice test before the 24-hour. I think it was an automated message. And I was just, so I replied and I was like, hello, I know it's cutting it close, but I just finished the practice test. Can you confirm that I made it through and that I can still take the test? And they didn't reply to me, but then I was like, I checked my student account and I passed the practice test, and I had only gotten 1 wrong, and I was like, oh shit, out of like all of those things I made educated guesses for, I only got 1 of them wrong. Damn, my educated guessing is hella good. So after that, yeah, I was just like checking my email to make sure that I got through, and I was totally ready to be like, okay, so the result notification, I got it like 3 minutes ago, and it's like 1:32 now, and 3 minutes ago is like 1:29, and so I definitely made it in time before the 24-hour mark, right? So like, can you keep my appointment? It was the whole thing. Eventually, I just got another automated message saying, all right, just remember to show up for your meeting tomorrow. So everything was fine. I created my own stressful situation, but everything turned out fine. So then the next day I took the test, and I took more time to actually like solve the quadratic equations and things, quadratic formula equations and stuff like that. And there was this one question though where I was like, it was one of those things where they're asking if you've got like the width and length of a rectangle and you got the area, or wait, no, like they give you the area and then they say the width is something and then the length is like 3 times the width minus this other thing, whatever. Like you gotta solve that. So I was like, okay, I'm familiar with this, I can do this. But there was like an issue with the answers. I was like, okay, I have the answer for the width and I have the answer for... Man, I keep getting this darkness thing. So I had the answer for both the width and length, but they were asking specifically for the length, but there were no answers for the length. They only had answers for the width, and I was like, did I do this wrong? So I redid the calculation, and I was like, no, I got the same answer. So I was like, okay, I'm not gonna fuss about this. I'm gonna bookmark it. I'll hold on to it for now and just keep going. And then I got 2 more questions that was exactly like the same thing, just with different numbers, you know? And I solved it the exact same way, and I saw the answer that I expected there, so I was able to put those answers in. And then the rest of the test was whatever. I just did those things per usual. That was fine. But then when I got back to the last question that I couldn't get, like I went back to it, I was like, dude, 3rd time I solved this, I'm still getting the same answer. And there's no way, like, I was able to get it right get the answer I expected in all these other ones. So like, what's going on? Also, oh, how come I couldn't open the other iron gate? It's not. Okay, let's heal up just in case. Okay, we're okay. But yeah, long story short, I decided to just put the answer for the width instead of the length because that was the only one that made reasonable sense. And I was like, I think they just asked this incorrectly. I think they meant to ask what is the width instead of the length. And if I get this right, I'm gonna write a report. I'm gonna send them some feedback. And so then I submit the whole thing, and then yeah, I got 100% on the final test, yay! But more specifically, that indicated to me that I was correct in that they made a typo in the test. And so I sent feedback and I was like, all right, so I had a question that did this, 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 and this, and the answer I was expecting was for the length, but the only answers that made sense were width, that was thrown up, blah, blah, blah. And since I got 100% on it and I answered all these other questions correctly, I am confident that I solved this correctly and it was just asking for the wrong thing. Just putting that out there. And then when I submit that, I was like, yeah, I gotta be the annoying kid now who's correcting the teacher and stuff like that. Like, I always kind of thought about those types of things when I was younger, but I never said. I usually didn't do that kind of stuff because I didn't want to like cause conflict. But now I'm just like, this will be better for everybody if they actually have consistent testing. Because imagine if like other people were taking the test and they're like confused and stuff, and then they're not confident because like, oh, I think I did this wrong, and then they get like, oh, it's a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? Also, at some point, there was a situation where like my hand was like resting somewhere, and the proctor like turned the mic back on and was like, hey, can you rest your hand like in view of the camera, like move it back a bit? And I was like, oh, okay, sorry. And then like that hella threw me off, and then definitely I got my numbers mixed up, and so I had to resolve this whole thing. So that was a bit jarring, but all in all, it went well. And yeah, I feel like math will be good for me. Math will be fine. Hello, princess. Reptar, I meant to meet you at Kashwan Keep, but things didn't go as planned. I'm sorry. It's fine. Thank you for coming to rescue me. You're welcome. Sid, let's save the thank yous for later. I'll head for the airship with the princess. Why did you guys need me to come here in the first place then? You find the engine oh my god. I thought this dude was, I had to fight him. I'm gonna get the airship ready for takeoff. I'm not planning on waiting around. Why didn't you guys just leave? Why did you even need me to open the gate? You could have just opened it yourself. Aren't you like a machine dude? Oh my gosh. Well, does that mean I can open the other chest now? Bro. Oh my goodness. So that means when I first went down here, I could have just done that. I thought I'd have to fight, and that's why I didn't like go exploring so much. Gosh. Gosh. So should I try to go get that other chest? Because I think that's probably the only one left, huh? Yeah, that's like the only one left. Fine. We're here. I might as well try. Yeah. I'm not liking the story in this one. You know, like, I understand that, you know, I don't play this consistently, but every time I play, I just get fussy. I don't like the way people talk to me in this game. Okay, now... How do I get to the, one over there again? Is it that one? Was it that staircase or was it the staircase down here? I don't think it's that one. I'll go to this other one. Hopefully it's nothing like serious, you know what I'm saying? I'm making an effort here. I will go explore a bit here, but if... Okay, it is this one. I couldn't open it before though, so I don't know what would change exactly. Just because I saved them. Dude, I bought all these items just so I could flee like all this stuff and like not fuss about it. Ugh. Okay. See? How am I supposed to clear it out? Is there a thing that says... Hang on, I'll look it up. Final Fantasy 2... There's a hidden passage through the left wall of the cell. Oh my goodness. The left wall. This? Oh my good. Monsters! Oh, waste of time. Y'all not gonna let me just leave, huh? God. This is what happens when you try to do what everybody else does. Okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're almost done. We're almost done. We're just gonna blow up the dreadnought and then we'll be done. It's okay. Then I can do other stuff. But anyway, yeah, so that was a lot of the stuff that has been going on with me for the past like month and a half or something. However, since the last video. I feel good about switching to math. I enjoy math, and I think, yeah, learning whatever skills required to overcome my dyscalculia will be very helpful for me, and I think I can use like the patience and perseverance and stuff in other areas of my life, so that'll be good. I've also been kind of thinking about getting back into programming. been a while. Like, I've been thinking about what career I would really want to do. Like, I wanted to go get a master's for the curriculum instructional design stuff, to be an instructional designer, because I feel like I would be good at it. Just because, like, you know, I've made all these guides and stuff. But I'm wondering if it's one of those things where, yeah, I just happen to be good at it, but it's not exactly what, like, I love doing. But then my reasoning before was, well, no matter what I do, I always seem to be, like, teaching people stuff. So that's why I decided to kind of go towards that path. But like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure. There was a point where I was like, well, if I get into math, then I could try to pursue being, like, an actuary again. I floated that idea when I was younger. The first time I went to college, like, it was a whole mess. I did really well, but then I got really depressed because my family life wasn't very good. And by the end, I was like, maybe I'll focus on, like, math, so maybe I'll be an actuary. But then, yeah, I just did not do well, and so I think that generated a lot. Oh, a sleep blade. Never mind. Is that good? Ooh. What does the sleep blade do? How do I look at, like, what they're equipping? Oh, here we go. Magic interference? I don't know what that means. But sure. Hey, you guys keep getting darkness. Okay, then maybe Cynthia, if you could cure. Yeah, so I feel like being an actuary might suit me because I do enjoy kind of thinking about the possibility of things happening. And so that's literally what an actuary would do. They would very professionally use math and statistics and probability to figure out the chance of something happening, like the risk factor of something happening, and then people use that information for whatever, usually in insurance and stuff. And I was like, well, I'm not all about the insurance stuff, but I guess a way to frame it, like I was reading about people's perspectives and stuff, it's like, well, if you can help someone calculate when, you know, events might happen, it could help them plan better what to do in those situations. Like if someone's gonna pass away soon, then someone could plan out what they can do to help that person and have a more enjoyable life, and then set up their family for after what happens when that person passes away. And so I felt like that was a nicer way to look at it, rather than just, oh yeah, you're helping insurance companies, like, make more money. But there's also people who go, whoa, 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 who is that at the front door? Some dude with a cape. You see that? On the left side, over there. I'm not gonna go walk over there. I'm gonna do the sunfire thing. There's some people who will calculate the risk of, like, natural disasters and things, and then people use that information to set up like rescue services and assistance and things like that. And so I feel like that kind of thing would be more in line with what I would prefer to do. Things that I like, using the skills to, like, feel like I have more of a direct line of helping people. And I know earlier I was like contemplating how much I actually like helping people. And really I was just, you know, in general I do feel like I like helping people. What I don't like is when me helping people turns into just what people expect all the time and then I get taken advantage of. I don't like that. And I haven't learned enough about how to set good boundaries. And so, like, I often will then feel frustrated that other people aren't respecting my boundaries, and what I need to learn is that it's likely because I didn't set good boundaries, and I need to be more clear about what I don't want to do or what I'm able to do. Whoa, 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 whoa. I can single enemy all enemies. Oh my god. See, I knew I had an AoE. What the heck? Okay, that does divide up the damage a bit. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if going the instructional design route would be better or if going the actuary route would be better. Becoming an actuary is very difficult. It's a lot of studying and a lot of exams to take. But it's like, that's not necessarily what's holding me back. It's more just, I'm not sure if I would enjoy the work. Especially right now because of like the on and off headaches. It's like, whether I enjoy the work or not, if doing anything mentally strenuous can cause issues, then I don't know about that. Because it's like I would just be sitting around reading a book or just watching videos or listening to music and like my head would start hurting. And so I'm just like, am I not allowed to think at all? So I gotta figure out what balance with all that would be better for me. Like maybe being an actuary wouldn't work out because maybe I really need to balance more creative work. Because I enjoy making music, I enjoy drawing, I enjoy, you know, just art in general and creativity. And if a lot of what I'm doing is just like the logical, analytical stuff, then it might not balance out what I need. So it's, I guess, a humble brag in the saying, like, I got a lot of different skills and it's hard to figure out what to do because I don't want to leave any of those skills behind. Mainly because if I do, it doesn't make my life feel full. And then I get upset and I get depressed and then I get headaches and stuff. So I feel like I have to find something that will balance out my logical, analytical needs and my creative needs. And that's why I got into game design before, game development. Like, I was able to program stuff, I was able to make art for my games, I was able to like make... I didn't really make that much music for my games, but yeah, I used to be in a band. So, you know, I had outlets for all these kind of things I'm interested in. And so I think doing something like that would be helpful. Like finding something like that would be helpful. So yeah, I've been contemplating what I want to do exactly, and I've been thinking about getting back into just the programming stuff just because it's it's weird to say it's easier to get into, but it's more like it's free, you know. I taught myself programming like a decade ago. There's like online. And then I went to go do a boot camp, which costs money, but like, you can learn a lot online if you're good at teaching yourself things. And I am. And so I thought about just getting back into that, but I guess I kind of second guess myself because there's a reason why I stopped doing that, right? Like it wasn't as fulfilling for me. And maybe it is exactly because of what I just said, like doing game development just wasn't where it was for me because the the programming wasn't enough, the art wasn't enough, the music wasn't enough, so there was something else missing. And I think before, what was missing was the social aspect. Like, I didn't understand, not necessarily that I needed to socialize with game development and stuff. Like, I went to a bunch of events, I was socialed out. It was more like in my life in general, I felt like I was missing a lot of social skills, which is why the past few years I've spent so much time invested in learning about emotional intelligence and personal growth and how to socialize with people. So now that I've gained more of those skills, like, I'm wondering if I go back to game development where I can showcase all these other skills, analytical and creative skills, like, if it would be a good fit now, because I am fulfilling those other skills elsewhere. It's a whole thing. It's a lot to think about. Okay, let's oh, I can ask the Dreadnought the question. Key items. Use the Sunfire. Yeah, let's go. You throw the Sunfire into the engine. What have you done? The engine. Dark Knight. That voice. There's no time, Cynthia. The ship will blow any minute. Wait! Is that Trunks? You have to get to Sid's ship, airship. Is that Trunks? Dude, Trunks would totally be a Dark Knight. I could totally see it happening. Oh, we're running. Seriously, like, how? Were there just random enemies, like, in the ship? Did we really go up and down so many stairs like this? Alright, we're really dragging this out. Oh boy. I don't understand how I saved Cid and the princess by opening that gate, but I couldn't open the other gate. Thanks. Okay, I read enough of the wiki to know that I should remove Gordon's equipment because he's gonna leave soon. Spoilers. It's kind of weird, but sorry, bro. That's where we're at. Oh shoot, they were dead last night. I hella got saved. Okay, now we're good. Okay. Let's go take care of this. Maybe for the next adventure, I should like actually get the more cottage things or potions and whatnot, so I don't have to like go all the way back here. Or better gear, you know. The princess is safe and well. I wish the sandwich were the king. Okay, spoilers. It's just terrible. The king's condition has taken a sudden turn for the worse. Of course it has. The princess is safe and well. She was okay. It's just terrible. Dude, that old man, not this one, the other one, gonna blame me for the king's health. Blew up the dreadnought, did you? I always knew you had it. Oh, thanks, other old man. Thanks. Okay. I swear to God. You shh. I was about to start cursing. You know what I was gonna say. This guy. Okay. Oh, hey Minwoo. Word in Minwoo and Reptar. What about Cynthia Majin Buu? I have one last request to ask of each of you. Please listen carefully. Gordon, you've grown so strong. I want you to lead our army. Do all you can to help Hilda. My leader, swear it on my very life. Minwoo, you know of the legend. The legend speaks of the ultimate magic that was sealed away. The seal may only be broken when the world stands at the brink of destruction. Well, I mean, are you saying that someone set it up so that they could break the seal? I believe that time has come. Do you agree? I do. The time to break the seal, seal binding the ultimatum is upon us. Reptar, I would have you go to Dice, home of the Dragoons. Okay? I was told that all of the Dragoons were slain in an attack by the Empire, yet I refuse to believe there are no survivors in so noble a group. If we are to stand against the might of the Empire, I'm convinced we will need the Dragoons and their wyverns. If you combine your efforts, the day of our victory will come. This I ask of each of you. I mean... Take care of Hilda. Oh shit, he totally did. Your Majesty. We should save our tears for another time. We must carry out the king's last wishes. We each have our duties. Let them not go unfulfilled. I mean, okay. So I gotta go find the Dragoons. Dice, you say it's an island kingdom located in the sea east of the snow plains. East of the snow plains, so that's like north. It's good that you have to take a ship from Palum and sail south. Dang it! What do you mean, the snow? We've lost our king, yeah. Yeah. Bad times, you guys. Okay, I think I saw that island when we were... I want to ride a wyvern and fight your air. Spoilers, dude. Like, when we were on the airship, we saw an island. I feel like that's probably the one. Well, alright, I guess we're gonna go do that. I should probably... Okay, well we got 50 potions, 14 antidotes, that's fine. Man, I used so many eye drops. Phoenix Downs, Aether. I think we're okay to go with that. Let's go out here and see. Wait! Didn't we go to the inn? Why are you still... Darkness, my come on. Okay, let's do a save. That was a lot of stuff. I'm gonna do a quick save. Okay. Why is there a save down here? I must have messed that up. Okay, we'll just leave it. Oh, that's all the way from May. That was a long time ago. So many things have happened since then. Anyway. Okay. I got other things to do now. It was nice playing this and kind of venting a bit about the stuff I've been up to. I gotta change up this YouTube channel because I'm not practicing stenography anymore. But I think I'll still keep it as like a learning thingy because I just talk about school a lot. And I have been interested in, like, if I get into programming stuff again, I might just start from the beginning because when I taught myself programming, it was in a very haphazard way. And so I'm missing a lot of fundamental skills, like basic things that I was too bored to learn back in the day. Like, I learned the interesting stuff just to get things to work. And so it would be nice if I could learn some of those other, like, foundational things that I didn't learn before. So if I got into that, I would probably either do the CS50 thing again, like try that again, or just go through some like other certificate programs that are online, just because it's already paced out and things like that. And if I do that, I was thinking of streaming that just to help keep me motivated, or have like the body double situation like I did before with the steno stuff. But I haven't decided yet, so I don't know. I'm sure I'll figure it out soon enough. And then I do want to get those other guides out, like the extreme guides, but like I said, I'm trying to be a bit more chill and not stress myself out too much about getting all these things done, when really my focus should be on just school in general, and like building up these social skills that I keep saying I need to build up. I think I have changed a lot. It's hard when I'm in the middle of it though to always be able to recognize it, because I'm just overwhelmed with the thing that I'm actually doing. But I would say I have changed a lot, especially since the beginning of the year. I'm a lot more patient with myself, and so I'm able to do a lot more things, but because I'm doing a lot more things, I feel the stress of what I'm doing, and so I feel like I'm not doing well, but actually because I'm able to handle more things, it means I have built up more tolerance and patience and perseverance and stuff. And so in general, I am doing very well. I am just kind of getting out of a very stressful time period where I might have been doing a little bit too much. But yeah, overall things are good. Okay, goodbye.